Good day. I'm the founder of eLinkAir. We are a very young startup. Our vision is emission-free highway, where every e-car with small battery can drive forever without polluting the air and without stopping for a charge. Next slide, please. Our invention is the eLinkAir drone, which has the capability to interact with dedicated transmission lines and draw electricity from them while on the move. That way, it is not limited by range or weight like ordinary drones that has to carry heavy batteries. It is, however, capable to leave the transmission lines at any point and continue autonomously to its destination as an ordinary drone. There are several potential uses to eLinkAir capability, and one of them is charging electric vehicles on the move, and which we described herein. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Could you please activate the video there? You see here the drone released from the top of the car and engages with the transmission line above the highway. And when the car is about to leave the highway, the drone goes back into its docking station, and the car moves into the city where it drives like ordinary electric car with a small battery, and that's the aim. The aim is that the car will not have to carry heavy batteries, 500-kilogram batteries like Tesla is proposing or selling. Because when the car will go outside of the city, it will be electrified by the electrical road. Next slide, please. This is a disruptive technology. This is the future of e-mobility. It's not logical that electric cars will be heavier this time, 30% more than they were 5 years ago. In order to overcome the distance anxiety, car manufacturers add hundreds of kilograms of batteries, which are expensive, heavy, and hazardous. In Sweden and Germany, they understood it several years ago, and they developed, Siemens specifically is developing the e-highway electrified road for trucks. So trucks that are going long distances on highway will not pollute the air with diesel, but they will propel like electric trains or trolley bus. And we are going to use this infrastructure, which is tested and regulated to propel light vehicles and private cars. Next slide, please. So the value for the vehicle owners, they will have cheaper cars and they will not have to stop to recharge on the road. Next slide, please. The car manufacturers will have 60% less batteries to look after, which is a big headache for them for sourcing materials. And since the cars will be a little bit cheaper, maybe 30% cheaper, it will be potential increase of sales. Next slide. And society as a whole will have reduced carbon footprint, minimize related health damages from pollution, and the shift to e-mobility will be faster. Next slide. Next slide, please. The key market data, as you know, you can see in the graph below that the sales of electric cars is booming. In the year 2027, Bloomberg predicts 10 million electric cars, and Deloitte even 15 million. If only fraction of this quantity will purchase eLinkAir, we will be in good position. We will target first North Europe, because there the adoption of electric cars is most advanced, and they already know the catenary, the transmission line, the e-highway concept. And they are, Sweden, for example, in 2022 will decide which technology they are going to use for ERS, for electrifying roads. we're looking for a joint venture with EV manufacturers. Obviously, we need to integrate the systems, and we need to talk with policymakers, regulators, and campaign leaders in reducing the pollution. That the right way is not to have the hype of batteries that will be later on become the headache of reclamation of these millions of tons of batteries that are predicted to be produced. Next slide, please. So what we are looking for is, for now, we are looking for a US-based partner for a joint project under the Bird Funding Foundation. And of course, we'll be happy to have a business partner in the US. We are locating investors in the immobility sectors because we are in the seed phase stage. Next slide, please. We are looking for raising about $2 million now to finalize the testing of the first prototype of our product. And
30-second warning.
Yeah, we hope by the year of 2024 we'll have a product ready for sales. Next slide, please. This is our team. Myself, I am manager. I managed large engineering and construction companies for mega projects in infrastructure, power stations, and refineries, and whatever. Ziv Nave is our CTO. He has his own. He started his own company that develops and UAVs and drones for the security industry for many years. And Shlomi is our business development manager, which is very experienced in high-tech startups, energy, fintech, cyber, etc. Next slide. This is just a tip of the other future developments of this technology. These are e-corridors for good delivery between cities, logistic hubs, and remote rural areas, because for long distances, the eLinkAir can drive forever. It is not bothered by the weight of the battery. And also somebody mentioned before the air taxis that are developed by Bell, by Airbus, by Boeing and others that now have limited the range of 50 miles because of the weight of the batteries. And with this technology, they can drive between cities with no problem. This is just like refueling jets in mid-air. eLinkAir can refuel electric vehicles in mid-air. Thank you very much. I am ready for questions.
Good, interesting idea. Just curious as to, how much capital do you think it's going to take to get the system up into initial commercial revenue generating deployment?
I believe we have a very elaborate business plan, and we are looking for $6 million to end of the phase 2 before commercializing the product. And this specific one for cars. I'm not talking about the whole range of options for use of this.
Yeah, I'm really asking about after that.
Well, after that, listen, we are looking for EV manufacturer joint venture, because for production of 10,000 or 100,000 of eLinkairs, you need production lines. And for that matter, we are not at this stage. If we get to this stage where this technology is adopted, of course, the investment for production are huge. This technology is completely a disruptive technology. You know that the production hubs for batteries all around the world now is investment of billions. We are talking about a change in the industry. And the infrastructure installation of electrifying the roads between the cities is going to be in the magnitude of the trains in the running to the west. So, but it is there is no way out. There is no. This is the future, because the batteries will drown us at the end of the day if we are not using the electrified roads.
Hey, God, Adam from Mobileye here.
Yeah.
First of all, great outside of the box thinking. If I compare it to the electric roads, which are now being tested in some places around the world, also Tel Aviv, it's obvious that you are offering a much more scalable, faster scalable idea, if I understand correctly. I wanted to ask about OEM versus aftermarket solutions. Can you be an aftermarket retrofitted solution, or can you work only with OEMs?
Well, we need to work with the OEM in order to look after the interface between the eLinkAir and the electric cars. But the eLinkAir will be on the car rooftop as an add-on, and it will just have to have a socket to connect with for the connection to the electric system of the car. So there is no need for modification in the car, if that's what you are asking. So it will be possible to sell it as an after-sale product, but to begin with, we'll have to do with the manufacturer.
Okay.
And I think that Mobileye for autonomous vehicles is absolutely a partner for the electrified roads, any solution, because and we need systems like Mobileye to make this system robust.
And one last question: how long does it take to charge the vehicle, and can you opt out in the middle of a charging?
Well, for a light electric vehicle, the need to charge on the road is about 20 kilowatts. So what we are looking for now is the eLinkAir will be able to transfer 30 kilowatts to the car, which will be enough for the drive and for the charge at the same time.
In how long of a ride?
If you enter a road for an hour, 100 kilometers, for example, you will spend 20 kilowatts during this hour, and we will charge you 20 kilowatts and additional 10 kilowatts to charge your battery.
Thank you.
I have a quick question. I think it plays a little bit into what Ruth was asking earlier, like the investment that's needed up front, not just monetary to get the infrastructure in place. I might have missed what you own in the process. Are you deploying your own drones, for example, or is that outsourced for the transmission line installation? Do these already exist, or are you installing all of it? Are you a pure software play? Just kind of the overall infrastructure, how much of it you own?
Okay, first of all, what we own is only the patent and the first prototype that we developed and we are testing these days. This is what we own. The infrastructure will be built anyway, and not by us. It will be built by the government or by the private sector that will be called to put it as a tollway, a toll road over the highways all over Europe and the United States if it will adopt it. And the infrastructure will come for the trucks and for the buses and for the heavy cars. It will come anyhow. We will just ride on the same infrastructure with the light vehicles. This is our solution.